When I first started to understand the importance of soil, that's when the concept of permaculture really started to make sense for me, and when I really started to understand the problems with our current agricultural system. Without healthy soil, you can't get healthy plants, and without healthy plants, you can't get healthy food, and without healthy food, you can't really be healthy. The problem that we've got with the mainstream agricultural system at the moment is that it's a profit-driven, short-term, quick-fix solution to complicated ecosystems. It's an extraction industry where people are looking at how quickly they can get the resources out of the soil, out of the land, to make some money. That's why we have situations where rainforest is being chopped down, desertification is taking place, soils are becoming depleted to the point where they're unusable anymore. What needs to happen is people need to recognize that soils are ecosystems. They need to be taken care of in a way that is improving them, that is regenerating them. In a healthy permaculture growing environment such as this, you don't have monocrops. You have a variety of different plants together in one place. This mimics nature because it creates more of an ecosystem. A variety of plants left to grow in harmony with each other. Support each other by creating a network of roots that will bring up nutrients, that will attract insects, that will pollinate and keep a natural balance in the ecosystem. For so much of my life, I just took it as normal that a field gets ploughed, like this one has been behind me. The soil is left bare, new seeds are planted. When those seeds are planted, it's just one crop, and that cycle goes on and on. This approach does not benefit the soil. In fact, it is harmful to the soil. Healthy soil is full of microorganisms. It's got fungi growing in it. It's got a variety of different plants, roots that are going to different depths and bringing up different nutrients. It's a rich ecosystem. In a permaculture system, it ends up being less work for the person trying to take care of that land. And it also ends up being a system that can have a higher yield because you can have more than one crop growing at the same time. So a quick rundown of some of the ways you can take care of your soil using permaculture techniques. One of the simplest things to do is just stop ploughing your fields. Let them return to how they would be in nature. Don't disturb the soil as much. It's important to continually have something growing on the soil. You don't want to have bare soil. So another thing that you can do is you can use what are called cover crops, something like clover. You can plant nitrogen fixing plants, which are plants that have roots that go deep down and bring up the nutrients. You can lay straw or other organic material on top of the soil and let it gradually mulch down on the soil. One of the most essential things you can do is not use pesticides. Pesticides are what's killing the life in the soil, so avoid using pesticides. Thinking about vegan permaculture techniques in particular, you want to be shifting away from relying on the byproducts of animal agriculture for your soil. So a lot of conventional agriculture, permaculture, would be focusing on putting animal manure onto the soil. In a vegan permaculture system, there is no reason why a wild animal cannot go and add to the manure on your field. But what you don't want to be doing is keeping animals in captivity in a way that is exploitative or cruel. So you may well be in a situation where you don't have animal manure. The good news is animal manure is really just like a middleman. All of the nutrients that are in the manure that the animal is producing, those nutrients are also in the ingredients that the animal ate in the first place. For example, if you have a chicken producing manure that you're then putting onto the fields, you can simply look at what was the chicken eating, and you can use those ingredients instead to create a mulch that can go onto your fields. And actually, it's a more efficient way of doing things. So I highly recommend learning more about soil if you want to understand the importance of permaculture and the problems with our current agricultural system.